Hi guys, it's Meenu. Welcome back to my channel Storytale. Today I'm going to be talking about one of the most popular books on BookTube or Instagram or BookTok. This book or this series has been almost everywhere. So many people have actually recommended this book, so I wanted to give it a try too, because there has been so many popular books or series that I've read based on these people's opinions or recommendation, and I have actually never been disappointed. I really like Shadow and Bone trilogy, and I was in love with Sex of Crows duologies. That is why I picked up The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. This is again one of the most popular books, and that is why I wanted to read it. The first thing that I would notice about this book is how pretty the cover is. I think it's very pretty. I really like this gold trim and this a little spark of color here, and everything is just so pretty about this book. I really liked it. This is again is gonna be a spoiler filled review because these are popular books, so many people have actually read it, so it does not make any sense to make it spoiler free. And I do want to talk about them with spoilers, because it is very easy for me to do that, because I do not have to mind my words. I do not have to think very much about not spoiling it for other people. That is why I like to talk about these books with spoilers. So if you have not read this series, you know what to do. The first question that comes to mind is, does this book live up to its hype? And for me, I think it does an half and half job. I do not like it as much as I like the Shadow and Bone trilogy, and I can never compare anything with Six of Crows duology. But this book is like, I liked it, but there are certain things that I didn't like. I like the characters, but the other characters I did not like. So I have really mixed feelings about this book. So this book is told from the point of view of Jude, who is our main protagonist here. She is human in a fairy world. Her parents were murdered right before her eyes when she was a little kid, and then she was abducted and taken to this fairy land by the same person who actually killed her parents. She and her twin sister are the only mortals in this fairy world. She also has other half sister who is half fae and half mortal, so she kinds of fit in even though she does not want to. And Jude, who has been mortal her whole life, she wants to fit in this world because of course fairy people are more powerful. They have certain magic abilities which actually makes them more powerful than human, and they have actually bullied her and her sister throughout her life. That is why she wants to come to this position where she has power over them. That is the basic theme of this book. That is what the main focus of the book is. Though I was a little surprised by the main focus, because the book name is The Cruel Prince. So for a second I thought this would be about a prince who is actually cruel to her, and then they will be like enemies to lover kind of a trope there. So that is what I thought about this book. But we do have that, but that is not the major point of this book. The Cruel Prince is actually present in this book. His name is Cardan, and he has been actually very cruel to Jude and her sister Taryn. His motivation were not actually that clear in this book. He was torturing her, but what is the reason of that, I do not understand. We do get a scene where we do see him get beaten up by his brother, and him being bullied by his big brother, or him being not treated well by his parents. But I do not think that is motivation enough for him to treating Jude like that. There's one scene where he does tell her that he tortures her, or he is cruel to her, or he mistreats her because he cannot stop thinking about her. And that is, I do not know, that does not make any sense, to be honest. That is like something that we see kindergarten kids do. That is not something that a grown ass guy or man, whatever he is, does. Anyway, I thought it to be a love story. At least the main focus of it should have been that. But it is not that. I mean, there is a triangle, but that is not the main focus. All we get is about Jude and her story and her life. I do like Jude. I really like her character. I think she was a badass. There were certain reactions that she does very well, especially when Taryn kind of betrays her. So that was the scene that I actually liked. I do like her. I'm not saying that I love her character. There's still flaws there, but still she was an easy protagonist, and I do root for her. There are certain times when I wanted her to show a little bit more emotion, especially after that kiss she has with Cardan. I really want there to be some kind of emotions, but there wasn't actually there. So I do not know, maybe I was like hoping too much for the romance, which I didn't actually get in this book. So that is why I was a little bit disappointed. Actually, I was more disappointed by the character of Cardan. At first, when he was cruel to her, to be honest, I thought he was in sort of position where he was like powerful or something, especially when he was around his friends. He seemed very powerful, he seemed very smart. But towards the end of the book, especially after the coronation, I realized that he's actually good for nothing. He cannot do anything. He does not know how to fight. That is okay. But he's not even smart and witty. I mean, there's nothing actually good about him. I mean, he's just, spoiled little brat. Even though he has been beaten up so much, still he's somehow, spoiled. We have said many times that he's charming, but I just do not see his charm. It is always off the screen. So we do not actually see him being charming at all. I think all the good qualities that a protagonist have is present in Jude only, and Cardan is there only to look pretty, which is actually very disappointing because the title of this book is Cruel Prince. It is supposed to be his book. I mean, at least half of it, but it's not there. So that is the part that I was more, disappointed in. The one character that I really liked and enjoyed reading is Maddox. I know he's a flawed character. He has actually literally killed Jude's parents in front of our eyes, and then he has abducted all the three sisters. I get it. Still, the way his character is written and the fatherly love that he has for Jude, that is something that makes me, like him. That is the kind of character arc that I wanted for Cardan. I wanted him to be that cruel prince who had some kind of redeeming qualities. You're always torn between liking him and disliking him. That was the kind of arc that I wanted for Cardan. But we get that for Maddox. That is why I really liked him. I could not decide whether I wanted to hate him or whether I wanted to love him. I'm at the same place where Jude is. She hates him because he killed her parents, but she also loves him because he has shown so much affection, so much, fatherly love to her. He's the only parent that she actually got, and that is why she is torn between this love and hate, and that is the best part of this book. I did like the coronation scene. I really loved the twists and turns. I loved all the murders. It was very entertaining. I really loved those scenes. I also liked the end, though it was kind of predictable, but anyway, I liked it. I really liked how smart Jude is, especially like the fact that in the beginning of the book, Jude is actually very helpless against these fairies. They can actually cast spells on her. They can make her do so many things. And by the end of the book, she actually gets that power where she makes them do things for her. She finally gets what she wants, and that is on her own. So that is the part that I actually like. There are so many confusing bits in this book too, especially the family tree of King of Elfhame. I did not understand it. I only know that Cardan is his son, but how? I do not know. And there are other princes too, and then there are princesses. So I do not actually remember names of them, most of them, because they were not actually explored that much. We only get to see a little bit of Cardan, so that is the only person that I remember. And then Jude's half brother Oak, he is the ultimate heir of the throne, but how he is, that is also, I do not understand that much. I mean, it is told that she is, mistress or something. I do not know. It was so confusing, and everyone is each other's consort or mistress or something. So that is the part is very confusing. I just did not understand it. The only thing that I understood is Oak is the ultimate heir of the throne, and Maddox actually wants him to become the king so that he can serve the country and he can rule the country as the general of the king. Of course, Jude has other plans for him, even though she wants Oak to sit on the throne eventually. But Oak is actually a little kid. He still needs a lot of training to do, and she wants him to train outside the world of fairy. She does not want him to be corrupted. That is why she sends him away, and then she makes the elaborate plan to actually make Prince Cardan the ultimate king. The first thing that she does, and which I think was the smartest move, was that she made him soar fealty to her for almost a year and a day. So that is the part that I actually loved, that she has this 1 year where she can make him do anything, and that is the role reversal here, because at the beginning of the book, Cardan had that power. He could have made her do anything. He had that power, and by the end of the book, Jude has it. So that is like the badass thing. But the part that Cardan will become the ultimate king is something that was pretty predictable. We figured it out, I think, in the middle of the book, or maybe from the start. We always knew that Prince Cardan is gonna become the king. Though I'm not so sure how much good of a king he is, because he's good for nothing. So Jude is gonna of course guide him throughout everything. Finally, when Jude's plan succeed and Cardan becomes the High King, he is not actually happy with this decision, because he wanted a life outside of the kingdom. He did not want to get involved in court politics. He was never smart enough, and he kind of knew that, which is actually a good thing. So he didn't want that life for him, but Jude kind of forced him. She betrayed him. That is why he's not happy with her, and again he's gonna hate her, even though he has finally started to like her, but now he again hates her. So in the next book, I think we're gonna see that he hates her, and then again there's that enemy from lover thing that we are gonna get again. Overall, the best thing about this book is how fast paced it is. I really finished it in 1 or 2 sitting. It was a very quick read, and it was actually an entertaining book too. It actually kept me hooked. There were certain twists and turns that I actually liked, especially the coronation scene. That is one of my favorite scenes in this book, and I also enjoy the kissing scene between Cardan and Jude. I also love the character of Madoc. I think he was very well written. The fairy world, whatever we get to see, I like that too, even though I needed a little bit more of the world building. I was a little bit disappointed with the character of Cardan. He was not exactly what I imagined him to be. But anyway, I did like the experience of reading this book. That is why I'm gonna give this 3.5 stars. Will I ever read this book again? I don't think so. This was not that good for me. Am I looking forward to the second installment in the series? Yes, I do want to read more about Jude's journey. I do want to see Cardan actually redeem himself. I do want to see what happens to Madoc in the end. I do want to see all those things, and I do want to see a little bit of the world building. So let's see if it gets better with the second book or not. Until then, do let me know in the comments down below what you think of this book. Is it worth the hype or not exactly your type? And if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe and click that bell icon if you want to get notified of more book related content. Thank you for watching this video. See you soon.